Hi, I'm Cat Wordsmith. Today, my channel is 2 years old, and the date marks my sobriety date. 4 years ago, I decided to stop drinking hard liquor and getting drunk on vodka to try to fight COVID. Because my joke was that it was hand sanitizer for my insides. It was a lot of anxiety for my autism. I've recently been diagnosed with ADHD. I'm being medicated with Adderall, just 10 milligrams right now. It seems to be just slowing down all my rushing hypo feelings. I'm grateful right now that the winter is coming to an end and the spring's coming. The idea of being grateful is just shifting your mind to the positive. What's good right now? Well, even when it rains, it's good for the birds. They sing. They're happy. The worms come out. Robin can eat 14 feet of worms a day. I learned that on Canadian Weather Network. Some trivia, like random trivia, on autism and ADHD thing. Like to skim the surface of like everything. Because I'm hyper focused or hyper interested. Like just everything's awesome. I have a lot of joy and a lot of enthusiasm. And over here is my collection of babies and xylophones. I made a rainbow bridge. I'm gonna try to back up and just... Oh, there goes evil Spider-Man. Ooh, that's karma for you. Ooh, ooh. This is the best car to drive down the rainbow bridge. We'll just back it up. We'll just see the rainbow bridge. And Batman didn't make it. He made it last time. I talked it up too much. Woo! That was epic. Woo! Make all the roads like this. Honestly, I don't like a lot of the noises. And I have nonverbal autism, and not the kind where I don't speak, the kind where like I hyper want to talk. Like I think young Sheldon is a good example of a young autistic individual. He's incredibly gifted. They think that Albert Einstein had autism. Specifically, I think he had Asperger's. It's hard to make eye contact. I don't know, maybe we're just in tune with nature somehow. Animals think that eye contact means you're threatening them. Most vulnerable creatures. The autism, I just being hyper aware of a lot of things. And things are out of balance. We need to start medicating people less and just listening to them. Because if you slow down some of the mania that comes along with the ADHD, it makes sense. Like, I'm theorizing a lot of things these days, just finding an equilibrium of my own identity and the ego and the id and what society deems I should be as a woman, as a man, as an individual, what I should do to give my person value, to give my individual experience worth. What is the purpose of life? Pleasure? Pleasure is the purpose of life. But pleasure is a gift from the Creator. The Creator is God, Buddha, Muhammad, love, the Big Bang. Sounds like the cosmos just were doing it. Bang! Big Bang, yeah. what happens over here. That's why I got the Blue Jays flag by my bed. It's where I hit the home runs. Woo! Yeah, that's why I keep my muscles strong. That's like my guitar arm. This one's okay too. I need that vein popping out. I'm not hot enough right now. Well, not hot enough temperature-wise. And this is my turtle. Turtles are signs of individuality and prosperity. And mobile homes. Mobile homes, our whole generation. We want mobile homes. What's wrong with the neighborhood? I want to just go live in the woods. And this whole idea of city living. And if we all live so close together, why do we all need cars? Why do we all need to pollute? Why is every man for himself? We need to a little bit look more at the model of European culture. And also the idea that they don't have this kind of stress. The stress that kills us in North America. Like, we're all in survival mode. Is it because we just don't realize that we are so consumer obsessed? Like, I know I am. My toys. This is totally awesome. My nephew took my baby, and it's okay because I don't have any kids, so I'm not gonna like inherit it to anybody. But this is my baby that I got just new. But it's kind of funny because this baby has whiskers, and my childhood baby that I had a lot of sad feelings, so I drew all over the face. Like, maybe the baby had a lot of thoughts in his eyebrows and a lot of feelings in his cheeks, like under his eyes that look like tears. I wasn't diagnosed with autism until middle school, and the answer to that was to keep me with someone I was like hyper fixated with or attached to. So that only made me more dependent, and I feel like it helped me with some of my anxiety, but our self-soothing has to come from inside. Like, I love this baby. I can't walk around with this baby. But even though maybe I want to. I just want to be like an adult baby, because being an adult sucks. Most adults are assholes. Adults. I'm a childlike person. But maybe it's my autism. I've always just been a little bit younger for my age. And this makes me happy. It's just soft. It's so cute. She has such lifelike eyes. I think her thumb goes in her mouth. She wants to show me. Baby. But I want to wear a onesie and like a matcha. I'll do some videos. We could do the kitty cat wrap. Kitty cat wrap. Still got a heart on her. Don't do my heart, my achy breaky heart. You know what I want to say? Don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart. I just don't think. I shouldn't be talking about farts. My girlfriend already told me not to talk about farts on my channel. It's because I'm non-binary and my boy thinks farts are so hilarious. And now that I'm like embracing my male side a little bit, and it's like my little sissy bitch boy who likes toys. I'm Peter Pan syndrome. I'm like 4 years reborn. And I'm not a drunken jerk. I'm anxious. I'm hyper feeling. I have meltdowns. It's an ADHD and autistic thing to have a meltdown A lot of people have meltdowns. I don't know, we all have something that we just can't tolerate, something that triggers us. There's triggers everywhere. I don't want to be so easily triggered, but what do I do? Medicate myself to the point that I have no feelings at all, so that there's like no reaction? I already have no reaction to some stuff. That comes with being desensitized to things that are terrible, or just thinking that terrible things are funny. Because really they're not. There's nothing funny about someone falling down drunk. We shouldn't take a picture of our friend when they do that. We should help them. Like, yo, when are you gonna quit? When are you gonna stop hurting yourself? Because, I see you hurting yourself. And, it hurts my feels. And I don't want to feel guilty that I'm recovering. Like, people find that clarity, that moment. I see, like, I'm just tired of the cycle. And it's the dependency. It's like dependency and isolation. Because as an autistic person, I was pretty social. And I've seen buddy that my girl really tries to understand my autism. I'm really blessed. She's always the number one thing I'm grateful for. The way she looks at me, the way she listens to me, and says my words back to me, and it solidifies that I'm finally properly loved, and now I feel like I can just flourish because I'm on the right medication combination. It's the right time of year to just heal and let things really grow. We've been doing some work in the garden where I buried my cat 3 years ago. This April, I'm in trying to come to terms with my brother's death. 2 years ago, I found out about my brother on Cinco de Mayo after I had a huge, beautiful, manic day. Then I went to Canadian Tire and bought Squishmallows for my niece and nephew. And I went grocery shopping with my mother. I made a wonderful batch of chili with the Holy Trinity. Mom said it was the best chili ever. Well, I was eating in solitude like I always do, my little bachelor apartment. And she texted me to come upstairs. And the state that I saw my mother in, I knew someone had died. And she was just sobbing that day in my arms. And my little bro had been having seizures, and he had been having like worse than seizures. Like, I think it was to the point that he was having strokes. And he must have had some brain damage, or like done like a bad batch or whatever he was doing to medicate himself. I don't know if he was ADHD, or I think he was neurodivergent. I think he was autistic. Because he was, it's pretty androgynous. I don't know, that's like a characteristic of autistic people. Native Americans worship, or they look to the twin spirited people for guidance. I think it's like, everybody says like, well, nothing's the same since David Bowie died. What would Bowie do in the name of Bowie? Bowie represented such a beautiful medley of masculine and feminine. Just Even like the way he moved with such grace. And he was a beautiful individual. I don't know if he's non-binary or he's just pretty man. A beautiful soul. Cancer, brain cancer. The brain cancer, because Gord Downie was a good guy too. Like, put Canada on the map in a lot of ways. I love Gord Downie. I was covering a bunch of his songs like 12 years ago. 12, 13, 14 years ago. My taste in music changed. My taste in a lot of things changed. Because I was with somebody where I wasn't really allowed to be myself. The alcohol kind of took over. That's her choice. I got into drinking really early in life, like 12, 13, just drink in the forest. What else do suburban kids do? Grab a bottle, grab a beer, go to the forest, light a fire, and play hide and seek. And get a teddy bear super. It's where somebody gives you a super and like squeezes you. And like all kinds of band choices in public parks. That's why I go to the beach now. I go there to just meditate. And drinking is how we sort of numb our feels. It makes it easier to follow just our basic animal instinct, and we're not animals. We don't need to be having 100 babies. We don't have 100 houses for 100 babies. So we have 100 tents on the streets for people. And they're not letting women get abortions and control their bodies. And like, dudes can have access to free condoms. Women have to like pay for their tampons. I've been like manic boys, like, F the system, I'm just gonna shop with my tampons. And like, it's not manic panic unless like it's shoplifted. If you shoplift your manic panic, that's the only way it's punk. If you're paying like $20 for your manic panic, that is not punk. You're getting raped in the ass by the system. So like, I'm not shoplifting now because I'm medicated for my impulsivity and OCD. I'm on Prozac for the OCD and Adderall for the impulsivity. This all comes from trauma. Trauma is the initial wound. The initial wound of trauma is 9/11. 9/11, I was trying to adult and so many problems with society. So like I've always been a conspiracy theorist. Like I always knew the system was broken, and then basically certain commodities rule the entire world, and certain commodities, like certain ways we live and certain commodities we rely on, are not going to change until we change our demands as customers. A certain commodity we rely on is oil, for sure. And I was working at an Esso gas station. I decided to work midnights because my autism, I don't want to be around people. I'm on a medication now that's supposed to help me want to be around people. I've been on it for a while, but people can be dangerous and people can hurt your feels. Mostly my safe person is my girl, and Jesus was my only friend for a long time. And my only friends have been family that kind of fell apart from me with my sobriety, because I became like this angry ex-drunk who thought I couldn't judge my whole family. And drinking is a European thing. I'm English, Irish, Scottish. we all just celebrated St. Patrick's Day. I had a fake beer, a fake selection beer. It kind of tastes like a craft fruity IPA-ish, very hoppy. Malted barley is nice. I had that in the sun, just one. It's got like 0.5, so get a little touched if you haven't been drinking anything, and if you take the meds that I do, like, it just doesn't mix. But St. Patrick's Day is all about, says that St. Patrick abolished, like, he evicted all the snakes from Ireland. But snakes are a metaphor, because Ireland was never home to any snakes. Snakes aren't native to Ireland. So the idea of the snakes being banished from Ireland represents that he banished the pagans. So he banished people who worship the earth. And people who worship God, people who worship Jesus in this world, in this North American NAFTA trade and goods supply demand, and keep the flow of money. We're really just keeping the flow of money flowing. And what are we really worshiping? In the Vatican, the Pope, all churches. Does God live in the church? God lives in the forest. And we're not preserving the forest. We're stomping out the forest to build churches. And churches don't pay taxes. And I don't belong in any church because I'm a homo. I had a friend. I'm not going to one church anymore. I was the most beautiful moment singing in church with my grandfather and my mother, hearing their voices, thinking, why are my sisters not here? Why are my sisters missing that? And a bit of guilt, thinking, I don't deserve this. This makes me feel so happy. And to not share it, that's just an autistic thing. I want to share everything. My girl's autistic too, because when she's just like in her zone having her coffee, and she just offered it to me. Well, it's just like a stoner thing. Stoner shit. It's hurting me. It's your turn. It's a little pleasure with your pain. But she is a good girl. She's neurodivergent to ADD, so like her hyperfixations are. I want to just watch a lot of videos and just absorb. So like I was just like a sponge. Like a beautiful, beautiful sponge. Oh, I like big brains and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. Yeah, look into her eyes, so there's like so much going on. The way she looks at me and responds to me. I'm trying to encourage her to like retrain. I want to maybe start like an autistic charity or ADHD autistic music therapy, because really that's what helps me. Like if the hyperfixations are like a form of therapy or a form of meditation or a form of self-soothing, I like to play with my hair right now, and it's just like long and it feels nice. Like sensory kids, we are all sensory beings. We all have like 5 senses, 6 senses if we're Haley Joel Osment, because he's cool. I do have a 6th sense. So like the whole idea of just having empathy to the point of being an empath. And we all have empathy, or at least we should. We shouldn't look at somebody doing worse than us and say, my life is better. This life is not pissing contest. Everything's just gonna smell like piss. The moose in the woods wants to smell like his piss. He invented cologne. He invented the musk. He pissed in a hole, rolled around in it, and then went to impress the ladies. And said, this is what I smell like down there. You want to have my baby? And that's basically all of nature. All of nature just wants to have babies. I think Mother Nature's, she's very horny, but we have to remember she's a virgin. A lot of a lot of these creatures don't even like do it. The lady just like lays her eggs, and the guy comes and like busting up beside her and like fertilizes all the eggs. And then like nature is so rude. Like another dude will come and like try to get in their business. I watch a lot of David Attenborough. He's my hero. I want to be the next David Attenborough and Steve Irwin, and but mostly David Attenborough because I don't want mostly. I don't know if I want to touch the critters because I'm a little bit scared. Like a ladybug was on me the other day. It was like tickling me. I screamed. It scares the crap out of my girl. I was just driving her car. I'm like, call some kind of like. She said she's gonna have a heart attack when I scream like that. This is my sensory is tickling me. I have a thing about bugs though, honestly. This PTSD. Anybody who can get rid of bugs for somebody is like I couldn't get rid of one of the with my ex in an apartment. Bed bugs. Like, don't let the bed bugs bite. It's something that they put in my head as a child, and like it stays with me because it's words, and words are so real. Words are all we have. The Bible and John says in the beginning there was a word, and the word was God. I'm the wordsmith. I don't think I'm God. And I think that in a lot of ways, man thinks, well, I'm made in God's image. So, um, people want to be like God. They want to have that power, want to dictate what happens. Well, it's like we have to feel like we're in control. Like, but we're not. God's in control ultimately. No matter what the decisions we make. And like, we have to make some good decisions in our life, but God's in control. And when we love God and when God loves us, and it's a mutual feeling, it's all around us. God is ethereal. God is a vapor. God is the air. God is the wind from my hair. God is everywhere. And God is Buddha. God is, yeah, see glimpses of God everywhere if you believe in God. And the idea of church. A lot of people have problems with the church. Lady from my church told me that my God doesn't like that I have a new girlfriend. What's the alternative? I stayed loyal to the wrong person, so I thought that was my obligation because I had made that commitment. But she didn't believe. My new girl believes, and it encourages me when I just want to be on my autistic feelings, my autistic feelings, and listen to jazz because all my feelings are up there. She likes the Nat King Cole. We play that record in the morning, and then she switches it to the Christian radio. Once I feel like all that love that turned to hate slipped me back to love, and it's a fine line. It's hard when somebody judges you. That's my bird clock. Want to see it? That's my bird clock. What time is it? It's birdie o'clock. That's my coloring picture up there. That's why